Yeah, this will change in 20 font, red, bold.
I know, but that's hey, it's the internet, and people want their content. I get it. I understand.
I think, yeah, I love your content, man. You're blowing up. You and Jack. I'm going to be a guest on Alter Ego soon. We're going to talk Spider-Man. I got a Spider-Man data piece coming out soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so Alter Ego Pod with Jack, and they think Andrew Garfield's the best Spider-Man, which
What?
I think he's really good, and I think he is the best part of those films. But Tobey, give me Tobey all day.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, honestly, and I don't mind like any of the Spider-Mans. Like, I like them all. I still don't feel like they found like the perfect one. Tom Holland's fine. Like, he's fine. And Andrew Garfield was, I think he was the best part of those movies. And Tobey, like, obviously, I feel because he was like the first, and his first two movies are really good. And
they're very auteurish as well. Sam Raimi's mark is all over them, and that's why I
love
them.
Yeah. And I like him, but I still feel like I felt like the best Spider-Man so far was playing the PS4 game. The Spider-Man game on there. I was like, now this feels like Peter Parker. I don't know.
I guess going back to Cruise, man, like, I guess the one thing that I did love about this was watching how his running evolved. Because
over the years?
Yeah, because in the 80s, he very rarely, like, he didn't run over 1,000 feet until 1993. So between 81, Endless Love, Taps, Losing It, which I bought a DVD, Losing It's crazy. The Outsiders, Risky Business, Legend, Top Gun, Color Money, Rain Man, Cocktail, and then you have All the Right Moves, Born on the 4th of July. He didn't run any more than 1,000 feet, and a majority of his running was between 1 and 500 feet. So he didn't. It's fun watching him in the 80s because he just doesn't run that much. He's just he'll like a couple times he'll jog. He'll run 10 feet. So he didn't.
Do you count that as running though? Jogging.
Yeah, because it's still it's
moving fast.
Yeah.
It's not walking. Yeah. No. I consider that running too.
Yeah. So he did. Like in Top Gun, he does a couple little stutter steps to hit the volleyball, or a couple little run steps to get over a stair. But those aren't quite walks.
Do you count? So wait, do you count it if he how many steps does he have to take before it's like a run? Because like if he just takes like one fast step, that's not a run, right?
Well, you're running, you're moving quickly towards it, so I would count that because it's not walking.
But is it 1 or 2 steps, or you don't? It just one step if it's fast.
I guess if there's a volleyball coming and you have to run 5 feet, I'm still gonna.
Oh, that's a run. Yeah, that's a run.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, do you count like one quick movement of like his leg, like he just jumps forward?
Oh no, that's like a hop. In Top Gun, there's a scene where he's running. There's some stairs, and he does a quick run 5 feet and then jumps up the stairs. So I consider that to be a run. Now in Rock of Ages, he does a little bit of stutter stepping, and he jumps up and swings around on a pole. But it's more of like it's not the best run ever. So I gave him but he does a quick run to jump on a pole. So I guess that's running.
I mean, that's a run to the pole. Yeah. I would think so.
And I just think that's pretty great. And also too, I think his running started to change. So his first big run was The Firm in '93, where he runs for what feels like 7 minutes at the end. Yeah. It's just one long chase scene. But I think, I was watching his movies again, and I came up, and for Rotten Tomatoes, I worked on a video where Will Smith versus Tom Cruise, and they both run a lot in their movies. So I did a comparison of their top 5 runs against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jerry Maguire is like kind of his best running up until that point, because The Firm, he's just running. Like, there's not much that he is doing there. But in Jerry Maguire, he's running through an airport while acting, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a little bit more to it.
Yeah. He's not just running.
I'm looking for Jerry Maguire. Okay. So it's in the 1 to 500 feet.
Yeah. And so he's just running through the airport, but you can see the anguish look on his face. And then that movie blows up. And then the next movie he does is Vanilla Sky, where he runs between 500 and 1,000 feet, but they close down Times Square for him to run through it.
Oh, wow.
So his like his evolution, and then in 2001, he had Vanilla Sky, and then that got big. But then that's when his run really picks up. So then you get Minority Report in 2002. So after Vanilla Sky, the like floodgates opened up with Minority Report, War of the Worlds, Mission Impossible 3, Ghost Protocol, Edge of Tomorrow, Rogue Nation, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, and The Mummy, and Fallout. So I think once he closed down Times Square to run through it, he just never looked back.
It was all uphill from there.
Bro, he's been running so much. And he ran in Collateral, Night and Day, and Oblivion, but that was, those are 04, 10, and 13, but that's still not that much. So yeah, it's I think that opened up the floodgates.
I'm looking at I always remember the Mummy, like even in the trailer, he would run constantly in the trailer.
I mean, even his Twitter account says running in movies since 1981.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it makes me laugh. And so
did he change that because of your article, or?
That's a great question. I never checked. I never looked for that. But
so I wonder if he saw it because he knows about it now. I wonder if they like did that because of the article.
Oh, that'd be yeah. I never even looked.
Royalties.
Dude, that was cool though. When I saw that, I was like, hey, that's neat. But also his Oscar-nominated movies. So Magnolia, he doesn't run. He sort of saunters around the stage. And then Jerry Maguire, he was nominated, and he does a tiny bit of running. So, but that makes sense though, because many people in action movies don't really get nominated for. And Born on the 4th of July, like he doesn't. Yeah, there's not much running in them. So his best performances, I think, are in non-run heavy movies.
Yeah, but well, I don't know if I consider him. Like, do you consider Tom Cruise overall as an action star? I guess
that's a great question, man. I think he's transitioned into one. But
yeah, but like,
that's a great question because Stallone was an action star, Schwarzenegger action star. Now Cruise has been in gigantic action movies. But I just consider, is he just an actor in action movies?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying for the most part, like if you watch The Rock, he's in action or action comedy films. Like that's almost 99% of the movies he's in. Mm-hmm. So like I would consider him an action star. But Tom Cruise is he's been nominated, for an Oscar and stuff. And he's been in a lot of serious movies and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know if he's technically an action star, but maybe he is transitioning. But it's kind of weird to transition later in his life, but I guess Liam Neeson's done it, so, and some others too, so I guess it's fine.
That's a weird, because Fallout 2018, Mummy 2017, Jack Reacher Never Go Back 2016, Rogue Nation 2015, Edge of Tomorrow 2014, Ghost Protocol 2011, it's Oblivion was 2013, Night and Day is an action film 2010.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, Jack Reacher 2012.
Like 80s and 90s, he wasn't really action star.
No, man, he was like Color of Money, dude. He was
that was the only one.
Yeah, like he was like that's a great yeah, because Risky Business, no. Outsiders, he had some fist fighting. Cocktail. Man,
Top Gun, I guess. Top Gun.
Is that a thriller or an action movie?
I don't know if that's really like an action. I mean, it's action for sure, but it's not like like a Die Hard or something like that.
He did Days of Thunder 90, but that's driving. I think he moved into action star in 96 with Mission Impossible.
You said most of his running came. I'm trying to look through the list right now, but like later on, right?
Yeah.
So like after 2001, you said after like Vanilla Sky and stuff. So yeah, I mean it makes sense that he's transitioning into action, especially with like how well the Mission Impossible movies are doing. They kind of get better and better or whatever. I don't know.
It's
bigger too.
I guess he's just figured out his wheelhouse now. But it's interesting that he hasn't done dramas that much since maybe Valkyrie.
Yeah, American
Lions for Lambs. That was bad.
He did American Made. That was drama, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That was 2017, but that's like the only one that I'm looking through here that's really. And Lions for Lambs was 2008.
He used to do character pieces. Rain Man. I mean, like he used to do some really serious character pieces.
Maybe he just realized, like he said, you know what? I need to get a little bit more exercise. I don't have time to work out before I'm filming. So let me get some running in there, and hopefully someday down the road, somebody will write an article about how much I run.
No,
and it worked out, and it all worked out for him.
No, you're right.
He's best life now. Now he's about to go to space for Mission Impossible 7 or whatever it is.
I mean, if you think about it, Robert, you and I, someone's like, hey guys, we're going to hire you to play a couple of weightlifters who also play basketball. I
Mm-hmm.
would take that role in an instant because I would get all the best training in the world and I would get in excellent cardio shape.
We would call it white men can't jump or lift weights.
Two. Yeah.
2. Electric boot.
Yeah, but like, I would take it. So maybe Cruz is doing this to stay in shape. Maybe he realizes that. I mean, he's already
How old
proven
is he
himself
now?
as an actor. No
He's
one.
50 something.
Yeah, he's in his 50s. So maybe these movies keep him young. Maybe he's seeing these as ways to keep his body.
How old is Liam Neeson? He's like almost 60, right?
Yeah, he's got no. He's like in his late 60s,
Oh,
probably.
he's in his late 60s. I was thinking like 60 or 61 maybe.
I think he's closer to 70. Liam.
Because he's still doing his.
He's 69 years old.
Holy crap! And he's still doing like crazy action films. Although I think Cruise has better action films overall.
I think there's a Liam Neeson action film. There's a kind of a genre of Liam Neeson action film now. Like you
I
know
feel like that's all
exactly
he
what
does now.
Yeah, I mean, but they make money. People love watching them.
I guess, but I missed the old Liam Neeson also. You know what I mean? Like I just do some more dramatic roles. Bring that it's Oscar Schindler, man.
He did one with his son that was pretty good in 2020. He and his son repaired an old Italian villa.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was just an excuse for him to hang out with his son in Italy.
what was that movie that Michael Douglas, Kirk Douglas, and the other Douglas all did a movie? What's that called? It was like the 3 of them, 3 generations.
Three Douglases
The 3 Douglases.
in Italy.
I think it was 3 Douglases and a baby. There's a baby too. And it was directed by Leonard Nimoy. And there was a ghost in the back.
Jeez,
that was really a cardboard cutout. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, what is this?
That was the movie, right? That cardboard. It was a cardboard cutout in 3 Men and a Baby, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen that movie in forever. I do know that it made 350 inflated. When you adjusted for inflation, it made somewhere around 330 to 350 million dollars domestically. That was a big breathful, but
You got it out though.
yeah. But I don't know, man. I'm stoked you joined me for this episode because I don't know. It's pretty cool to have these hits, and it's pretty cool to go through someone's entire filmography.
But nothing's ever like article wise reached that same level.
Burger Fiction did a video where they showed all of his running on YouTube, and it got millions of views. But there was no, and you know, I don't want to hate on it, but a couple instances were missing. So I'm not gonna. They're excellent at what they do, but that's why I wouldn't use that as a source. But that had millions of views, and then there are other ones like 10 Tom Cruise's best running scenes or 10.
Well, I meant more of like your articles and stuff. Like after this one, did it drive a lot of traffic to your other articles post Tom Cruise running?
Well, this went on Rotten Tomatoes, so I think it kept them happy with me because I'm still there in 2022, or freelancing with them in 2022.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was just from Rotten Tomatoes. So this was more of a Rotten Tomatoes jam, which I'm totally fine with because even if I posted this on my own, it never would have gotten the views that this got.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as blowing up my cred as a writer, not really. But
yeah,
I was so busy in like we're busy, man. It's kind of hard. Maybe we should capitalize more on things and be on social media more, but I've been trying to be better at that lately, but
it's hard, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with all that stuff. Like I just now it's getting to the point where like I used to like reply to people's like fan mail or like when they would email us or message us on Instagram or Facebook or anything. I would try to like reply like really fast. Now it's like there's just so much of it. Not to be like braggy or anything. I'm like, I'll get to this later. Like I got to work on some other stuff. I can't just sit here and answer emails all day and stuff. So it's like, I get it. And then also just to make posts all the time to promote your stuff. It's like, it takes longer than you think.
I mean, it's necessary and I'm trying to get better at it. And I think there are people out there who are amazing at it, but
yeah.
But 100%. But then I'm thinking about spending time on Instagram and I'm like, well, I probably could be working on this article or I probably could be doing something else. So It's just tough, but I guess it's a great problem to have. Whether to do the work or to spend the time on social, but for me, I don't know. I love this. This wasn't that hard actually. You just go through his filmography and you watch chase scenes. This is
Was
not.
this one of the easiest of all your
Yeah,
articles.
yeah. I would, because my next one